What is up, everyone? It is Phoenix here, bringing you guys another review. This time, it is Avengers Endgame. So let's start with the non-spoilers. It was good. It was really good. It was great. I would rate it a probably 9.5 out of 10. It was really good. And that is all. that is the spoiler review, the non-spoiler review. So from this point on, it's gonna be all spoilers. So click off the video, get out of here, go watch the movie, come back, because you don't want to be spoiled about any of this. Because we're about to get into all of it. So let's begin. So. So, the movie started with not a logo, but basically the aftermath of the whole snap. We saw, Hawkeye. Practicing archery with his daughter, and then they all disappeared. They all vanished. And that was that. And it was definitely interesting to see that. And then we dealt with Thanos, basically. And, Thor cut Thanos' head off, which was unexpected for me. I didn't think that they would kill him, because he is supposed to be the big bad. That's the end of the movie, but there's no way that could have been the end of the movie because it would have made no sense. We wait so many years for this thing, and that's the end of the movie. But no, then they cut to 5 years later. I didn't expect that they would do a time jump. 5 years later. Whoa. And people definitely were not expecting the time jump. But yeah, we cut to 5 years later, and the star of the movie would have to be Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth did an amazing job as the Big Lebowski. As beer belly Thor. It was literally the funniest part of the movie. Because here's this normally bulk looking guy, right? He's usually the hot guy with his shirt off all the time, and now he's walking around shirtless, with a beer belly, and it was just really funny. Not that there's anything wrong with it, in real life, but you wouldn't expect Thor to have such a big belly. So that was funny. That was very interesting how they revealed that. I think Chris Hemsworth had fun playing that role. And I think the beginning of the movie was a little bit slow because they were setting it up and they were getting it going. But then it really started picking up, when they were going around, finding the Infinity Stones. And one of those stones, obviously, was the Soul Stone, which meant that someone needed to be sacrificed. And I wasn't really sure who was gonna die. I thought at first, when Nightwing. When Hawkeye made that jump, I thought for sure, he was, okay, yeah, he's gonna be the one who's gonna die. But then Natasha jumps with him, and jumps basically ahead of him, forcing him to hold on, and he's out of string, this is it, he either drops both of them, and that's not gonna help either of them, or he drops Black Canary. Not Black Canary. Oh my god. Black Widow, I mean, Black Widow. Oh my god, I'm using DC names. But yeah, that was very shocking. But it makes sense that it's her. It makes sense that it's her. Because, like, if you think about it, Natasha has the least to lose. She doesn't have a family. She has so many, like sins in her life. Like, she's done such wrong. I mean, we don't know the exact origin story for her, but we do know that, like, she's not proud of her past, and the whole point of her joining S.H.I.E.L.D. and joining, being a spy is because she's not proud of the things that she's done in the past. And, like, it made sense because the Avengers were her only family. Everyone else had either, a spouse or a kid or, someone to go home to. But Natasha didn't. Natasha was the only one present who didn't have a single person except for the Avengers. So it made sense, yeah. She would be the one to sacrifice herself because, Clint, he has his wife and his daughter, and then, like, everyone else has something. Like, the only other person who would have made sense in that moment would be Captain America, because he too has nobody. But obviously he wasn't an option for that. But he also, Captain America also had more to offer. Like, I feel like it just made sense the Black Widow would be the one to sacrifice herself. It's part of her character. Like, it's part of her character to be the one to make the jump and to sacrifice herself. And I liked how it contrasted with Tony's death, because Tony is the one who has the most to lose. He has, Pepper, he has his daughter, he cares so much about everyone. He has the Avengers, he has, so many people in his life that he can lose, and he has so much to lose that it makes sense that he is the one who dies. But it also makes sense because he is the one who started it all. He is the one who started the Avengers way back in, like, 2010? 2008? I don't remember. But his movie, Iron Man, was the beginning of it all. It was supposed to be a one-off movie, and then it turned into a cinematic universe. We had Iron Man, and then we had Iron Man 2. No, we had Iron Man, and then we had the Hulk, then we had Iron Man 2, and then we had Thor, and then we had Captain America, and then it just continued on and on and on. And, like, he is the one who started it all. So it makes sense that he is the one who ends it all, who ends the war by snapping his fingers. Because he is the one who made it all happen to begin with. He is the one who is connected to all of these storylines, all of these people. He is the one who is connected to them all. Not Nick Fury, but Tony Stark. His father made Captain America's shield. and was responsible for the super serum. He hired, he was in charge of recruiting, Black Widow and even Hawkeye. Like, he was always there the entire time. He's the only one who is connected to all of them. And that's what makes his sacrifice make the most sense, because he is personally attached to everyone there. Like, he is the reason behind all of this. And it makes sense that he is the one to sacrifice himself. Because Natasha has the least to lose, but Tony has the most to lose. And that is why both of their sacrifices make sense. Because Tony cares about the entire world. He cares about everyone. And if even one person died in his place, he wouldn't be okay with that. If even one person had died in his place, it wouldn't be the same. Like, Tony cares about so many people. That's why he was so against the Accords. And that's why he was so against everything. Because, and even against, the time heist, because he feared that someone would get lost. Something would happen in the timeline. And that was the issue. Like, he was connected to everyone. He had personal attachments to everyone. And he cared so much about everyone that it only made sense that he would be the one to end it all. To sacrifice himself and snap. Because Thanos is the only one who could really withstand the snap without being injured at all. There's Hulk who could kind of do it. But, like, because it was his suit as well, like, I understand Doctor Strange's plan 100% now. His plan was to make Thanos snap the first time. So then he would do his plan, right? So the gems would the stones would have no longer any purpose, and so he would destroy them to make sure that it can't be undone. And by doing that, he also would destroy the gauntlet. And so then now, the team is forced to go back in time to go get all of the stones, including, the time stone, which I really like that scene. It's like, wait, he gave it to him willingly? Like, he's supposed to be the best of us. That was fun. But yes, it makes sense that Doctor Strange gave it to him willingly. Like, he had to complete his plan the first time to allow this plan to unfold. Because now the gauntlet is unusable. And so Tony would be the only one able to make a gauntlet like that would fit all of the stones, right? So now it's his tech that is holding these stones. And obviously Thanos would use them, because why would he make a gauntlet of his own when there's already one there? And so, he puts on the gauntlet, but, Tony is the one who can control his suits. He has full control over his suits. So he takes the stones out and places it on his own. It's like, that was the one chance that they had to win. And that's why, Doctor Strange is like, that was the one chance. Like, yeah, this is it. This is the only thing that is going to work, and it is the only thing that will work. And that was That was really interesting. The whole battle sequence in general was really well done. Although the whole like female thing was a little bit cringy, just a little bit, but it wasn't done so blatantly. Like, it wasn't like, oh, they're all female. Like, no, it's because like those were the ones that were available because everybody else was fighting someone else. Like, it worked. It worked, but it was a little bit cringy. It was just a little bit cringy, but it worked. I liked seeing, all of the characters. Like, yeah, there are women. Oh my god, there are women in the MCU. You mean other than Black Widow, there's actually women in the MCU? Oh my god. But that was a good scene. I really did like the whole reveal, how it was done. That, like, yo, everybody's here. And I just remember, like, Peter Parker, came onto the screen. Like, he was revealed, and everyone in the theater clapped for it. Everyone in the theater clapped for it because, like, it was just so well done. Like, I didn't think that I would come close to crying at all because, like, I knew, like, this stuff was going to happen. Like, I knew it. I knew Tony would die. I thought that Captain America and Thor would also die, but they got their send-offs too. Although Thor is going to be sticking with them for a little bit longer. This is Big Lebowski. But, like, it was so well done. Like, believe it or not, I don't actually hate all of the Marvel movies. There are just some that are just really dull and miss the mark for me. And those, Captain Marvel and Black Panther. But I do enjoy the Avengers movies because they're so well done. And they're beautifully made. Like, the Russo brothers do such a good job with the Avengers movies. Like, those are the best movies of the MCU. Hands down. Like, the first Avengers, and then, like, I guess Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron was a little bit, It wasn't the best of the Avengers. But then there's, Infinity War was good, and obviously Endgame was great. Probably, I think it's my favorite Avengers movie. It's either this one or their first Avengers movie. Don't really know which one I like more. I would have to watch them both back to back. I might actually do that when they're all available. I'll just do like Avengers, Age of Ultron, Infinity War, and Endgame, like nothing else, because I feel like that would make the most sense. Anyways, besides that, yeah, everyone clapped when Peter Parker, when they showed Tom Holland, and I kind of cried a little bit. Like, there were two scenes where I kind of cried a little bit. Sorry. Actually, there are multiple scenes. There were probably like 3 scenes where I cried a little bit. There was a Black Widow sacrifice, which was done really well. Like, it wasn't because she was a woman. It wasn't because he was chivalrous. It was because it was her duty. It was her job. Like, she was going to be the one to sacrifice herself. And that made me cry a little bit. And then there was the Peter Parker being revealed. Like, that was really well done. And then there was Tony Stark, his death and everything. And then at the very end, it got really emotional for me because Captain America finally got his dance with Peggy Carter. Like, it finally happened. It took like 30 years or whatever, but like, it finally happened. But what doesn't make sense about that whole thing is the fact that they don't have consequences when they go back in time and change things. Like, what? How does it not have any consequence at all? But, whatever. I guess I will bend my mind to you, Kevin Feige. Like, and that part doesn't make any sense. Like, how can he go back in time and live his life and not have any consequence? But I think the idea is that he basically created a paradox. Right? So he's always going to, be Captain America, and then as Captain America, he's going to go back in time and live his life, and then he's going to come back to square one. So I guess that's the idea, is that he basically creates a paradox for himself where it doesn't have a consequence. So, like, yeah, his other version will go into the future and go and, be frozen to death and whatever, and he's going to live his life, and then he's going to decide to go back in time, and then it just goes all full circle. I guess that's the idea. Yeah, I don't know. It was a little bit weird. It was a little bit cheap. When Captain Marvel came in, it was a good scene. Like, it wasn't too, like, she wasn't, like, stealing the show or anything. She was just being her, which was good. I don't mind the actual character herself as much. It's just the actress behind the person. And also that Captain Marvel wasn't that interesting to me. So the question is, where do I go from here? I am probably going to see, I am going to see Spider-Man. I'm going to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And that's probably going to be it for me. Because I just don't have any interest in any of the others. I don't care about Black Panther. I don't care about Captain Marvel. Like, I might see the Black Widow movie, depending. But like, I don't really care about any of the other new ones. Although I'm considering in getting the Disney streaming service for more reasons than just Marvel. I am considering it. So if I do, then I'll probably watch the stuff that's there. But like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. So anyways, that's my review for Avengers Endgame. That's pretty much all I want to talk about. It's done. It's gone, and my rating for it is a 9.5 out of 10. It was really good. It was really well done, and I really want to see that again too. I really want to see it again, and I probably will. I probably will do it again with my family when we get the chance to do it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Comment down below, what was your favorite scene in Endgame? I think my favorite scene out of all of them was definitely like the reveal that everyone is alive. That was a really good scene. That's my favorite scene. Anyways, what is your favorite scene? And peace out, guys. It's been a blast.